talented popular singer lost his virginity here. Really? Yeah. Hey, alright, how are you, mate? You having a good evening? Yeah, my mate lost his virginity at this train station. So, you want to lose yours too? What?
I like it, John.
All right, we're losing light. Let's get a crack on, lads. It's BEMAR Burnout. You join us with this pocket rocket. This car is beautiful. I'll tell you what, when you took us out on those nights, it was something else. It was planted in the corners.
Absolutely phenomenal. I felt like it was on rails, mate.
The way that it held the momentum.
This car is on rails. And you know how to drive it as well. It takes some time to get used to it.
And the sounds that it was making, it's a whole experience. The smells that come from this car, you cannot get that experience from any modern day Golf 5. So I want to know, what led you to build a car like this?
Well, it's a niche really. I don't know. I mean, I've always been interested in Seats, and you know, I was looking one day, found this on marketplace. I've always wanted a Mark 1 Cupra R. I don't know why. I've just always fancied one. And you know, when I was younger, insurances were higher. I couldn't afford it back then, and this came up at the perfect time. And I thought, right, you know, it's going to need a lot of love. It's going to need a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears to get it to where I'd want it to be. But you know, I've had that passion for a long time of wanting to restore a car, basically, and I've never done it. And I thought, sod it, let's do one. Let's do a project car. It's been an absolute blast to work on. And you know, it's given me many memories, many smiles throughout the whole process. I mean, there's been times where I've thought about scrapping the whole idea and getting rid of it, but honestly, it's been such a wonderful journey.
And the other thing is you have done all the work, on most of the work yourself, which is very impressive.
Pretty much, yeah, most of the work on this car's been done by myself. When I bought the car, everything was factory, completely stock, all OEM parts. And I thought, well, it's not running right. There were a load of stuff wrong with the engine, injectors weren't firing, there were coolant issues, there were something to do with head gasket, so I thought, right, sod it, we'll take the engine out, we'll get that forged. Forging an engine, you know, of a car this old, it's something you're going to have to do if you're going to take it to the high power figures.
Right.
You know, engines, they'll fail at certain points and nothing had been done.
Okay.
So we took the engine out, this was the first thing we did. Oh.
Hey, you're right there? Who are you?
You dropped your light
All right, okay.
up the road.
Yeah, it's pretty dark now, isn't it? But who are you? Oh, sorry, it's in your eyes.
I'm Haggis.
Well, can you set up this light then, Haggis? Help us out. Do us a favour.
Right.
Right, so, as I was saying, engine, yeah, we took it out. You know, there were problems with it when I first bought the car. So we thought, you know, what a better opportunity. Get the mounts out, get the engine out, and we'll get it forged. So that was sent off to a company that I'm not going to mention. We had a lot of problems with them, but this was the only thing that were done, you know, by somebody other than myself. So that was sent off to a company, it was forged. We used Bartek parts straight from Germany. We've got ARP bolts, you know, every bolt, every individual piece was forged. The next thing we wanted to do, we wanted to get it handling right. So everything's been polybushed, all of the arms have been done, we've got uprated drop links, uprated tie rods. Induction, you know, it's just a bog standard ram air intake.
This is your intake here, and it's...
Yeah.
What's this here?
So that's my battery.
So, what? So the battery's in front of the intake?
Pretty much, yeah. Eventually I want to get it a bit lower towards the front end of the car, you know, because it does heat soak a bit, but right now, you know, I'm focusing on getting some meth bits together, so hopefully it can be meth injected and that'll really bring the temps down. The clutch, it's got an uprated LUK stage 2 clutch in there and dual mass flywheel. That's really the only thing we've done with the gearbox and the transmission. And then the tune on top of that. So the tune were done by a good friend of mine, MK Performance Tuning. Absolute lad he is. He works closely with DDG Developments and they have done an absolutely fantastic tune on this. You know, it pulls through every gear, it's smooth. You know, we did a dyno and the curve was just absolutely phenomenal. Really, really does, you know, even out the power through the rev ranges, which is great. So if you're wanting a tune, definitely go check out MK Performance Tuning.
It's like, you know, I get the certain videos and I mean, that driving are incredible, but, you know, certain things like the way you do things, and you've got to be respectful of boundaries of everyone else on the road.
The paintwork, yeah, it's been neglected a fair bit, but all I wanted to do was focus on the engine, getting that running right, getting all the bits sorted, and then eventually we can start looking at the paintwork. But yeah.
So how much horsepower is it running?
So this is currently running about 273 horsepower with about 430 newton meters.
Wow, it
of
feels
torque.
a lot quicker than 273
Yes.
horsepower. How light is this car?
So this car weighs, I think it's just shy of 1.4 tonnes, so it's about 1.3 tonne.
Right, okay.
So it is a very light car, you know, and with the power to weight ratio, it's just phenomenal.
What horsepower can you run with its current state?
So the forged engine now, I mean, we've used I-beam rods, so they're a lot thicker than H-beam rods, and that'll allow us to take this engine, you know, upwards of 600, 700, 800 horsepower, you know,
Wow.
easily. But, you know, there's limitations with that. You know, you've got to be careful, you've got to do all the supporting mods.
I want to know how this car makes you feel when you jump in it.
It's just constant smiles all round, you know. We hear the saying smiles per gallon a lot, or smiles per miles, you know.
Now, how much do you get on that note? How much does this pull? Because you'd be surprised, it's a forged 2 litre. What does it pull? How much do you get, miles per gallon wise?
No comment.
Lads, you don't want to know. There's these big box C63s. All I'm saying is this is very similar.
Yeah, I'll be honest, you know, if I'm driving like a granny, you know, really, you know, taking it steady, I can get probably 18 miles to the gallon. When I'm planted, it's a different story. It's C63 level. It's, you know, we're talking 3-4 miles to the gallon.
Oh, that's even worse, to be
And
honest. Wow.
I can be sat in my driver's seat and just watch my fuel gauge just drop like that when my foot's flat to the floor.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
What's that? Is that the type? That's an actual fucking K20. There we go. We got an EP3 and we got an Audi A4, yeah? What a footage. Yeah, you keep it in, you keep it in. That car is agile. Ooh, popping flames. Popping flames. Someone's had a little accident there. That is asphalt. What have you done to it?
Let manifold and that.
This is why I love the Type R's high revving K20s lightweight. What's that pushing? 470 stage 2. That sounds nice.
Salt Bay style.
Oh, bro, you made it wet, man. Bro. She's squirting about, bro.
As you can see, the car's unwell. You'll have to find out what happens next time on BEMAR Burnout. Is there anything you'd like to add?
You know, it's nothing like getting a pump next to the pumps. Feeling pretty good. A little bit sweaty, you know, and the white half BEMAR Burnout. In part 2, in the next video, we're getting chased with the police, getting drag raced with DMO, you know, we get smoked, and then, you know, almost run over some grannies. You know, like and subscribe and touch the bell. Feels really good, man.
Oh, and the feds have turned up, look at that. Perfect timing, the feds have turned up.